I'm Dan Kahn, and after a short hiatus, we are back with Season 2 of Fast News from Kahn Media. We're kicking off today with the latest news and up-to-the-minute business and marketing stories that you can't miss. Thanks for joining us. This week's KM 101 educational article focuses on the trends occurring in digital marketing and how to optimize the digital sales funnel for your business to improve sales. We've reported before on how many companies, both retailers and manufacturers, have leaned into direct consumer sales over the pandemic to keep business moving, even during a quarantine when it's very, very difficult to operate a brick and mortar. The digital sales funnel gives you the tools necessary to implement a successful marketing and sales strategy in your own business and improve sales without the need for face-to-face interaction. That's even more important today than ever before. The best part of it is, when properly executed, you not only see dramatically higher profit margins by eliminating some of the steps in multi-step distribution, the tech does the work, and you make money even when you're sleeping. But the key to this success is knowing and understanding your consumer, how they think, how they shop, what's stopping them from finally pulling the trigger, and how to remove those barriers to streamline the sale. And that's what we wanted to talk about today. Our latest article, written by our own digital marketing manager, Russell Stacy, is a complete breakdown of this process, and we have had amazing results from these tactics for our clients over the last few years. If you aren't actively working on converting lookers into buyers, you're handing your business directly over to your competition. Here are 3 teasers from the article to whet your appetite, and for the whole piece, please visit our blog. It's a really interesting article. 1. Market on as many platforms as your budget allows. It's more effective to take a small budget and devote it to addressing one stage of the funnel completely, rather than stretching your funds too thin, trying to do a little bit in a lot of places. 2. Build campaigns that address the actions that you desire. Depending on the marketing budget available, what you should do is work backwards, building campaigns that address the closest stages to your target action. So what does that mean exactly? I'll give you an example. If people are already visiting your site, don't worry about spending money on the top of the funnel to get them to the site. Things like search engine marketing. In that case, you probably don't need it. Instead, utilize your spend on the middle layer of the funnel, teaching them about the product, features and benefits, and reinforcing your call to action. If they're already visiting the site and they're already getting all the way through the funnel and are visiting and not leaving but aren't buying, find out why. That's the bottom of the funnel. Maybe you need to spend money on remarketing to follow them around the web until they complete a purchase. Maybe there's a tech issue on the checkout in your website. Again, the idea is to remove the barriers one layer of the funnel at a time and just spend money on each one individually until you close the sale. Once you resolve these issues for individuals, your overall sales lift will be exponential. For more tips like this, check out the article link in the newsletter or in the notes below this video for the rest of the fascinating details on building your digital marketing strategy for success. Our archive of both digital marketing how-to pieces and specific direct-to-consumer stories, even a glossary of terms if you didn't understand some of the stuff I was just talking about, it's all there, it's on the site, it's full of great content. But honestly, if you need help or even just want some friendly advice, give us a ring. We're here to offer free advice all day long. We're here to help. Now, on to the business and marketing news of the week. Speaking of retail consumers, one of our recent blog articles explored the importance of marketing to the Gen Z demographic, the first generation of Americans who grew up with full unlimited access to the internet, so we could understand their wants and needs related to the world around them and how it affects their shopping behavior. Gen Z is more engaged than ever before with the brands they care about and the causes in which they believe. A new survey by Facebook's Business Services IQ division gives us several amazing insights regarding how these consumers interact and how they expect the companies they follow to interact with them. For example, Gen Zers see shopping as an expression of their values and who they are. They also prize efficiency and convenience even over quality. Rather than having to search, they increasingly expect brands and products to find them. They're nearly twice as likely as prior generations to pay a premium to eliminate in-person shopping, and 67% of those surveyed said that there's too much choice online and they prefer a simplified, streamlined shopping experience. For more intelligence that can be converted into sales and marketing tactics, check out the newsletter link below for more details on this fascinating study from Facebook. We recommend it. It's really quite interesting. Next up, Due to the pandemic, SEMA, the Specialty Equipment Market Association, the main trade association for the aftermarket, took its annual Launchpad Awards program virtual for 2020. Think Shark Tank, but for the aftermarket. This premier competition recognizes young entrepreneurs who compete for a prize package valued at $25,000 intended to help them bring their innovations to the market. You can watch the trailer below in this newsletter, and the whole episode, which is basically like a live-action Shark Tank for the automotive industry, and I was flattered to be a judge, is available now on the SEMA 360 website and will be coming to SEMA's YouTube channel soon. We'll drop a link on our social as soon as it's live. In other automotive-related news, the Petersen Museum in Los Angeles earned the 2020 Historic Motoring Awards Museum of the Year award for the second time. It earned this title by virtue of its world-class exhibits, dedication to preserving automotive history, global education initiatives, and most importantly, a successful pivot to digital and virtual content during the worldwide pandemic. Congratulations to the museum, its director, its board, and its staff for this well-deserved recognition. We're honored to be part of the Petersen team, and we love working with you guys. Moving on to marketing success stories that you don't want to miss. You've probably seen the video of Idaho resident Nathan Apodaca, who became an overnight TikTok and Instagram sensation with nearly 25 million views of a video he posted of himself skateboarding to work and lip-syncing to Fleetwood Mac's song Dreams while drinking an Ocean Spray cranberry drink. In a genius marketing move, Ocean Spray quickly jumped on the story and capitalized on it by gifting Apodaca with a brand new red, maybe cranberry red, Nissan pickup truck filled with a year's supply of their juice. This small expenditure of the company's marketing budget helped prolong the time that the video stayed in the news cycle. It actually brought it to the attention of mainstream media, and their juice sales rose double digits in response. The video and its offshoots are likely the best feel-good moment of 2020, and it's definitely something we needed right now. Apodaca himself has since moved his entire presence off TikTok over to Instagram using their very similar Reels function. And with tens of millions of followers, the former potato warehouse worker is now a successful influencer with lots of marketing partnerships. It's really a testament to both the power of social and of fast-thinking marketing teams who really struck while the iron was hot. In automotive news, earlier this year, analysts were ringing a death bell for the 2020 outlook of the U.S. auto industry, but it appears that's not the case after all. We've already reported in past videos about the really strong sales in the aftermarket, and now we're here to talk about OE vehicle production. Automotive production is back to pre-pandemic levels, and with dealers setting strong demand for luxury vehicles, high-end pickup trucks, and SUVs, sales are really stronger than ever. FCA and Ford Motor Company both reported strong performance in the third quarter, with FCA capturing record operating profits and Ford recording its highest global pre-tax profit in over 5 years. With Jim Farley, a bona fide car guy with several original Cobras in his collection, now at the helm as CEO, we're actually really excited to see what Ford does next. So, all good news for the automotive aftermarket and the automotive industry. Finally, a gourmet peanut butter startup called Nerdy Nuts is the newest darling of the direct-to-consumer market with absolutely explosive growth in over 20 months of business. Their marketing strategy has the company basically tapping into influencers on Instagram and TikTok and recording massive sales numbers 20 times higher than they were before the pandemic, all thanks to some really clever social media campaigns. What they're doing is utilizing successful product drop ideas that they're kind of borrowing from brands like Supreme Streetwear to fuel consumer interest, along with unique flavor profiles and a feedback loop focused on limited availability. What's that mean? Well, similar to Oatly oat milk, Rolex watches, Supreme streetwear, and even Yeezy and Air Jordan shoes, Nerdy Nuts has used scarcity and limited edition drops to drive sales. It's really an interesting tactic worth investigating, and we have a full exploration of it on our blog. Next, it's no secret that the pandemic has altered working conditions worldwide. In the latest report from a recent survey taken by Owl Labs, nearly 70% of full-time workers in the U.S. currently work from home. Even more enlightening is the fact that fully 50% of the workers surveyed reported that they would move to a different location if they could work from home all or most of the time while keeping their current job. Nearly 80% of full-time workers expect to work from home at least 3 days a week after COVID-19 is over, and a similar number say they are happier long-term having this option than they were pre-pandemic. On the flip side, respondents also responded that they're typically working more hours per week due to non-existing commutes and higher employer demands, but they're okay with it because they're saving on average $500 per month on work and commute-related expenses. Think work clothes, gas for your car, oil changes, that kind of thing. The most shocking statistic in the study was that of those surveyed, half, 50%, say they would not stay at a job if they couldn't continue to work from home at least part of the time after the pandemic is over. As the manager of a business myself, I'm well aware of both the positives and the extreme challenges of managing a remote workforce at this time. So we expanded this study into a full article on the site, and it's worth a read just to get the employee perspective alone of how they interpret the current scenario and what they think about for the future. You can read more about these issues in the newsletter or by clicking the links below this video. That's all we have this week, so please check out the stories listed below, hit subscribe on YouTube, and send us your feedback by sending a note to fastnews@kahnmedia.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.